Now to part 2 of our series on the growing concern over human-made chemicals.
A family of thousands of toxic compounds.
The countryside, with its apparent tranquility and routine, might seem like the last place to uncover something extraordinary. Yet, beneath its vast lands and amidst the daily care of crops and livestock, secrets sometimes lie hidden that no one could ever imagine. From strange creatures with impossible features to historical artifacts that rewrite history, farmers have been at the center of some of the world's most unexpected discoveries. Today, we'll take you on a unique journey, exploring the 20 most astonishing findings uncovered by those who work the land. Each story is a window into the past, an unsolved mystery, or proof that the world still holds extraordinary secrets. If you're ready to uncover the unexpected and immerse yourself in these fascinating tales, subscribe to our channel. It's free and will open the doors to endless adventures and mysteries that will transform the way you see reality. Let's begin. Number 20. Four-legged chicken, a genetic marvel on the farm. In the serene setting of a farm in northern Queensland, Australia, a farmer encountered an astonishing phenomenon, a chicken with 4 legs. This rarity, caused by a genetic condition known as polymelia, left both the farmer and the local community baffled. Polymelia occurs when an embryo develops additional limbs due to irregularities in cellular development. While extremely rare, it has been documented in other animal species. The bird, named Lucky for its unusual condition, faced numerous challenges from the outset. Other chickens in the coop began attacking Lucky due to its different appearance, leaving it vulnerable. To protect the bird, farmer Jess Leeming sought help through social media, catching the attention of Olive Needham, a local conservationist known for rescuing animals with special needs. Lucky was relocated to a sanctuary where it received specialized care. In this new environment, free from bullying, Lucky adapted well. Though its extra legs made movement difficult, the chicken exhibited a lively and healthy demeanor. Lucky's story went viral, reminding people of nature's unpredictability and demonstrating how compassion and care can allow even the most unusual cases to thrive. Number 19. The Glyptodon shell, a prehistoric time capsule. In 2015, what began as an ordinary day for Argentine farmer Jose Antonio Nieves turned extraordinary when he stumbled upon something unusual while walking near a river on his property. Sticking out of the mud was an object that at first glance appeared to be a massive rock. However, its texture and rounded shape revealed something far rarer: the fossilized shell of a Glyptodon, an extinct relative of modern armadillos that roamed the earth more than 10,000 years ago. Glyptodons were essentially living tanks with shells that could grow up to 3 meters in length. These creatures, which weighed about a ton, used their thick armor to protect themselves from predators and their armored tails to fend off rivals in territorial disputes. The specimen discovered by Jose was in exceptional condition, allowing paleontologists to study the structure of its shell in great detail and explore possible interactions between Glyptodons and the early humans of South America. The discovery not only captivated the scientific community, but also drew widespread public attention. Experts suggested that Glyptodons likely gathered near water sources, which could explain how this particular specimen became trapped in mud and preserved for thousands of years. This find also reignited discussions about human impact on the extinction of these prehistoric giants, as evidence of cut marks on some Glyptodon fossils indicates that they were hunted for meat and other resources. Number 18. German fighter plane buried in Denmark. A quiet afternoon in Denmark took an unexpected turn when Daniel Ram Christensen and his father Clauser decided to search for a German fighter plane from World War II that, according to Daniel's grandfather, had crashed on their farm during the war. Armed with a metal detector and little faith in the family story, they began exploring the land. What they found was nothing less than a lost fragment of history. As they dug, The rusted remains of a Messerschmitt Bf 109, a Luftwaffe fighter plane iconic during the war, began to emerge from the earth. Among the debris, they uncovered human remains, a wallet, Danish coins, and a small book, likely belonging to the pilot. This model of aircraft played a pivotal role in battles like the Battle of Britain, serving as a cornerstone of Nazi Germany's air force. The discovery was not only a historic moment, but also deeply human. The remains of the pilot and personal belongings were handed over to the North Jutland Historical Museum, where every detail was analyzed to piece together the story behind this forgotten aircraft. While the pilot's identity remains unknown, the discovery bridged generations, connecting the family and museum visitors to the tangible impact of war, buried for over 70 years. Number 17. The woolly mammoth bones of Michigan, a window into the Ice Age. In the fall of 2015, Michigan farmer James Brissell and his team were working on a drainage project in his soybean field when they struck something unusually hard. Initially believing it to be a massive rock, they dug deeper and uncovered an enormous rib bone that clearly didn't belong to any modern animal. It quickly became apparent they had stumbled upon the remains of a woolly mammoth, a discovery that immediately attracted paleontologists from the University of Michigan. The site yielded a treasure trove of fossilized bones, including a skull, tusks, and vertebrae, all remarkably well preserved thanks to the mud of an ancient pond. According to experts, this mammoth lived between 11,000 and 15,000 years ago, during a time when the region was covered in tundra and populated by megafauna and hunter-gatherer humans. One of the most intriguing aspects of the discovery was evidence of human interaction. Cut marks on the bones and the deliberate arrangement of the remains suggested that the mammoth had been butchered and its meat possibly stored by humans for food. This find offered valuable insight into the coexistence of humans and mammoths during the Ice Age, a pivotal era in evolutionary history. The site became a key excavation for paleontologists, shedding light not only on the lives of mammoths, but also on how early humans utilized natural resources for survival. The bones are now part of the University of Michigan's collection, where they continue to play a crucial role in studying prehistory and the relationship between humans and extinct megafauna. Number 16. A mysterious crater in Wiltshire. In the peaceful town of Putney, Wiltshire, a local farmer stumbled upon a frightening discovery: a massive crater measuring 1.8 meters wide in the middle of his field. Upon closer inspection, it was revealed that the crater had been caused by a modern artillery shell that had gone off course. The shell, designed to hit targets over 48 kilometers away, had veered off by 8 kilometers, crossing 2 villages before striking the farm. Fortunately, no one was injured, but the incident raised significant concerns about the accuracy of military exercises. The British Army acted swiftly, suspending all live-fire exercises in the area while investigating the error. Experts analyzed factors such as weather conditions, equipment malfunctions, and human error to ensure such a dangerous incident would not happen again. While concerning, the discovery underscored the immense power and range of modern artillery and the unpredictable risks that can arise even in times of peace. Number 15. The mysterious eggs that baffled the Midwest. One quiet morning in the heart of the Midwest, Jack, a dedicated farmer, was inspecting his barn when a strange sound stopped him in his tracks. It was a pulsating noise, almost hypnotic, coming from his cornfields. Intrigued and slightly uneasy, he decided to investigate. What he found defied everything he had ever seen before. Dozens of large eggs scattered among the rows of corn, each glowing faintly. The eggs were larger than a football, with a translucent texture that seemed to shimmer under the sunlight. Jack's daughters, Mary and Giselle, ran to see for themselves when he shared his discovery. Initially, they thought it might be a prank or some kind of scientific experiment, but the eggs were too intact, their glow too mesmerizing to be fake. As they examined the eggs more closely, one of them began to tremble. Jack, cautious, suggested destroying the eggs to protect the crops and prevent a potential infestation. However, his daughters convinced him to wait and observe. The first egg cracked open, revealing a small and strange creature, a blend of the familiar and the unknown. This discovery unleashed a flood of questions and drew the attention of local scientists who were unable to immediately identify the species or the egg's origin. Tests and studies were conducted on site, but the mystery persisted, leaving Jack and his family at the center of a scientific fascination that is likely to endure for years to come. Number 14. 800-year-old Roman tombs in Bulgaria. In the small village of Nova Varava, Bulgaria, a farmer working his land made a discovery that would change his life and uncover a lost chapter of history. While plowing his field, he unearthed 2 Roman tombs sealed with massive limestone slabs. These tombs, dated to approximately 1,800 years ago, belonged to the 3rd century of the Common Era, when the region was part of the Roman province of Moesia. Inside one tomb, archaeologists found the remains of a man and a woman aged between 45 and 60. Alongside them were remarkable artifacts, including gold bracelets, a silver brooch, and several Roman coins. Additionally, there were glass lacrimarium vessels, significant relics indicating deeply rooted funeral rituals. In the smaller tomb, researchers uncovered the remains of a child around 2 years old. This find was equally extraordinary due to a bronze medallion found beside the skeleton. The medallion, depicting Emperor Caracalla, was likely minted in Asia Minor around 214 of the Common Era. Its presence suggested that the family may have had ties to Nicopolis ad Istrum, a nearby ancient Roman city. This discovery not only shed light on Roman daily life and burial customs, but also highlighted Bulgaria's crucial role as a crossroads of cultures in antiquity. The artifacts are now part of ongoing research, offering a glimpse into a world buried for nearly 2 millennia. Number 13. The octopus pig, a rarity in the animal kingdom. In 2014, in a rural village in China, a farmer witnessed something that seemed like a fantastical tale. One of the newborn piglets on his farm was born with 8 legs. This extremely rare condition, known as polymelia, occurs when an embryo develops additional limbs due to a genetic mutation or an incomplete separation of a twin during development. The piglet, nicknamed octopus pig by locals, was part of a healthy litter, but quickly became the center of attention due to its unique appearance. Despite the physical limitations caused by its extra limbs, the octopus pig was in good health and seemed to adapt to its peculiar anatomy. Although polymelia is uncommon, it is not exclusive to pigs and has been recorded in other animals, including chickens, frogs, and fish. However, each case is unique, and this piglet's condition was particularly notable for the number of additional limbs. Experts suggest that such anomalies are often caused by genetic or environmental factors, such as maternal nutritional deficiencies during pregnancy. The farmer chose to care for the piglet as it was, ensuring it lived as comfortably as possible. This unusual piglet story reminds us that while nature can be unpredictable, there is always room for adaptation and compassion. Number 12. The Mastodon skull, a fossil that rewrites history. In 2014, a farmer in southern France had an unexpected encounter with the deep past while plowing his land. What initially seemed like an unusually large rock turned out to be the complete skull of a mastodon, a prehistoric ancestor of elephants that lived between 11 and 13 million years ago. Buried under layers of soil for millions of years, the find provided a rare glimpse into a time when mastodons roamed the Pyrenees region. The skull belonged to a rare species of mastodon known for having 4 tusks, 2 in the upper jaw and 2 in the lower. This unique anatomical feature not only made the creature distinctive, but also highlighted its role in ancient ecosystems. Before this discovery, the only known remains of this species were a few fragmented teeth unearthed in the same region in 1857. The intact skull allowed paleontologists to reconstruct the lifestyle and habits of these prehistoric giants with unprecedented detail. After 2 years of careful deliberation, the farmer donated the skull to the Museum of Natural History in Toulouse. Experts conducted extensive analyses, including dating studies and CT scans, revealing insights into the mastodon's diet, growth patterns, and environment. The fossil is now a centerpiece of the museum's exhibits, captivating both visitors and researchers. This discovery not only enriches our understanding of prehistoric fauna, but also underscores how chance findings can alter scientific narratives. Number 11. Annabelle, the two-headed calf that defied the odds. In the quiet town of Baker County, Florida, Dwight Cruz, a dedicated farmer, witnessed a birth that left everyone stunned. One of his cows gave birth to a calf with 2 heads, a phenomenon known as diprosopus. This extremely rare genetic condition affects approximately 1 in 400 million births and occurs when the embryo fails to fully divide during early development. The calf, affectionately named Annabelle by Dwight's daughter, had 2 functional faces, each with its own set of eyes, noses, and mouths. Despite her condition, Annabelle fought to survive, but faced significant challenges. She was unable to nurse from her mother due to difficulties coordinating her movements, prompting Dwight to bottle feed her. One of Annabelle's most fascinating traits was that when she drank from one mouth, the other would involuntarily mimic the action. Veterinarians who examined the calf were amazed by this neurological connection between the 2 faces. Despite the family's efforts to keep her healthy, Annabelle's genetic complications made her survival difficult, turning her story into both a miracle and a reminder of nature's mysteries. Annabelle's case garnered international attention, highlighting rare genetic anomalies in animals. The Cruz family documented her journey to educate others about diprosopus and to emphasize the importance of compassionate care for all living beings, regardless of their differences. Number 10. The stele of Pharaoh Wahibre, a portal to Egypt 2,600 years ago. In the quiet northeastern region of Egypt, a farmer plowing his field unearthed something that would forever alter his daily routine. A massive sandstone slab buried and untouched for over 2 millennia. At first glance, it seemed like an ordinary rock, but upon cleaning it, the farmer discovered it was covered in intricately carved hieroglyphs. This artifact, now identified as a stele from the reign of Pharaoh Wahibre, 589–570 before the Common Era, measures 2.31 meters in length and 1.04 meters in width, offering a direct glimpse into the intrigues and conflicts of Egypt's 26th dynasty, also known as the Sate dynasty. Pharaoh Wahibre, also known as Apries, ruled during a time of internal and external turmoil marked by military confrontations with the Phoenicians and a civil war that shook the kingdom's foundations. The hieroglyphs inscribed on the stele recount military campaigns and achievements aimed at consolidating his power during a period of constant challenges. The winged sun disk engraved at the top symbolizes divine protection, while the cartouche bearing the pharaoh's name serves as a reminder of his supreme authority. This discovery not only sheds light on Wahibre's reign, but also provides insight into the cultural and political practices of the era. The carvings, made with rudimentary tools yet displaying remarkable precision, suggest the monument was created to commemorate a significant victory or military event. However, the deterioration of some hieroglyphs has left questions unanswered, deepening the mystery surrounding the true purpose behind this ancient masterpiece. Archaeologists and Egyptologists quickly arrived to examine the artifact, which was carefully transported for analysis. The discovery highlights the wealth of history buried beneath the fertile lands of the Nile Delta, reminding us that even in the most mundane places, the secrets of the past await their revelation. Number 9. The human-faced piglet, between awe and reflection. In a small farming community in South America, a baffling event left locals astonished. Among a litter of piglets born on a local farm, one stood out for unsettling reasons. This piglet had facial features that bore a striking resemblance to those of a human: rounded eyes, a flattened nose, and an expression many described as almost emotive. Though its appearance was shocking, the tiny piglet was born weak and struggled to survive. Veterinarians who analyzed the case concluded that the piglet likely suffered from a rare genetic anomaly called craniofacial dysplasia, a condition affecting the normal development of the head and face. Photos of the human-faced piglet quickly went viral on social media, sparking a flood of theories and debates. Some saw it as a warning about the impact of environmental pollution on animals, while others viewed it as a genetic curiosity. Reactions ranged from amazement to compassion, with many advocating for better care and attention for the piglet. Unfortunately, the piglet did not survive long, but its story raised important questions about how genetic and environmental conditions influence living beings. This case serves as a reminder that nature, while often beautiful, can also be profoundly strange and unpredictable. Number 8. The mouse plague in Australia. In 2021, Australian farmers faced a devastating challenge in the form of a massive mouse plague. In New South Wales, one farmer was horrified to find his barn completely overrun with rodents. Floors teemed with mice, crops were devoured, and machinery rendered useless. Just a few of the catastrophic effects of this apocalyptic infestation. The plague was triggered by a combination of factors. An exceptionally abundant grain harvest and frequent rains created ideal conditions for the mouse population to explode. The results were disastrous. Crops were destroyed, food supplies contaminated, and economic losses soared to millions of dollars. In some cases, individual farmers reported losses of up to $300,000. The crisis extended beyond farms. Hospitals and homes were also invaded, with reports of mice biting patients in hospitals and contaminating critical supplies. Compared to the 1993 plague, previously considered Australia's worst, the 2021 disaster was on an unprecedented scale. Authorities implemented widespread measures to control the situation, including the use of chemical baits. However, the mice multiplied at a rate that outpaced all attempts to control them. This crisis served as a stark reminder of the devastating impact that disruptions in the natural balance can have on rural communities, and highlighted how nature, left unchecked, can overwhelm even the most prepared human systems. Number 7. The Roman treasure of Unearthed, a glimpse into antiquity buried underground. In the idyllic Swiss village of Unearthed, a farmer was going about his daily routine in his cherry orchard when something broke the day's tranquility, a metallic glint from a mound disturbed by a mole. What began as a moment of curiosity turned into one of the most remarkable archaeological discoveries in Switzerland: a hoard of over 4,000 Roman coins. This cache, weighing around 15 kilograms, consisted of bronze coins and some pieces containing up to 5% silver. The coins dated back to between 270 and 305 of the Common Era, a tumultuous period in Roman history marked by political crises, civil wars, and economic instability. Historical context suggests that someone, possibly a local merchant or landowner, buried their wealth as a precautionary measure but never returned to retrieve it. What was most astonishing was the state of preservation of the coins. Many were in near-perfect condition, with inscriptions and details still legible. These details allowed researchers to identify the emperors depicted, such as Aurelian and Maximian. This level of clarity enabled archaeologists to study the coins not only as economic objects, but also as artifacts that told the story of an empire in transition. The farmer, adhering to Swiss law, reported the find to archaeological authorities, who quickly intervened. After months of careful excavation, the treasure was transported to the Vindonissa Museum in Brugge, where it is now displayed as a reminder of the historical wealth hidden beneath our feet. This discovery not only brought international attention to the small village, but also provided a window into the past and the human impact of uncertain times. Number 6. The Rat King, a grotesque and rare phenomenon. In the remote village of Siu, Estonia, farmer Rainkiv stumbled upon one of the most bizarre natural phenomena ever documented, a rat king. While working in his shed, he heard an unusual squeaking noise that led him to discover a cluster of 16 black rats, whose tails were tangled into an inextricable knot. 7 of the rats were still alive, frantically struggling to free themselves, while the other 9 had perished from asphyxiation and exhaustion. This macabre spectacle, though unsettling, is an extremely rare natural occurrence that has both fascinated and disturbed humanity for centuries. The term Rat King originates from medieval legends that attributed ominous significance to such discoveries, viewing them as portents of misfortune or disease. To date, only 58 confirmed cases have been recorded since the 16th century, making this discovery a rare opportunity for scientists to study the phenomenon closely. Rain initially placed the rats on wooden planks outside his home, unaware of the significance of his find. However, a visit from a local journalist brought attention to the story, attracting interest from biologists and museums. The rats were sent to the Natural History Museum of the University of Tartu, where researchers examined the causes behind the entanglement. They determined that the knot likely formed during extreme winter conditions when the rats sought warmth in tight spaces. Their tails, coated in a naturally sticky substance, would have become tangled as they huddled together. Though grotesque, this discovery offers a rare glimpse into a poorly understood biological phenomenon and highlights how even the most unusual events can captivate the curiosity of both the public and the scientific community. Number 5. Rescuing king cobras in Thailand, a close encounter with wild nature. In a quiet corner of southern Thailand, an ordinary day for a local farmer took a dramatic turn when she discovered 2 massive king cobras trapped in a wire fence. These snakes, known to be the longest and among the most venomous in the world, measured 2.4 meters and 2.1 meters respectively. Entangled in a net protecting a duck pond, they struggled desperately to free themselves. This dangerous encounter prompted an urgent call to wildlife rescue services. The rescue team arrived with a mix of caution and expertise. Handling king cobras requires deep knowledge of their behavior, as they are highly intelligent and extremely defensive creatures. Armed with specialized tools, the rescuers worked carefully to avoid provoking an attack. The cobras, although ensnared and visibly stressed, displayed the strength and agility that make them so formidable. After nearly 2 hours of delicate effort, the snakes were finally freed from the net, placed into secure sacks, and transported to a remote location for release. The incident occurred during the mating season, explaining why the 2 typically solitary cobras were together. During this time, male cobras actively seek out females, even venturing into human-occupied areas. Interestingly, while the male was smaller, he displayed aggression equal to the female, a typical behavior during courtship. This event underscored the importance of coexistence between humans and wildlife, particularly in regions where natural habitats overlap with human settlements. The farmer expressed her gratitude to the rescue team, while the incident highlighted the critical role these teams play in conserving and managing local wildlife. King cobras, revered in many Asian cultures as symbols of power and protection, serve as a reminder of nature's balance and rhythm, even in the most unexpected places. This rescue not only saved lives, but also demonstrated how respect and understanding of nature can prevent tragedies and preserve the delicate ecosystem of the region. Number 4. The egg. Within an egg, a mystery of nature. In a quiet corner of Texas, a farmer began his day like any other, collecting eggs from his chicken coop. But amid his daily routine, something caught his attention. A peculiar egg that seemed straight out of a science fiction tale. This egg was 3 times larger than usual and weighed around 170 grams, an anomaly by any standard. Astonished by the discovery, the farmer decided to investigate. He cracked open the egg and, to his amazement, found another fully formed egg inside. This rare phenomenon, known as a double egg, is a quirk in a hen's reproductive system. It occurs when a nearly complete egg meets another in the hen's oviduct, and both end up encased in a single shell. Although extremely rare, this occurrence is harmless to the hen and does not affect the quality of the eggs. Photos of the double egg went viral, capturing the fascination of thousands of people intrigued by this natural peculiarity. This event highlights how even the most mundane activities can reveal nature's astonishing surprises. Number 3. Medieval plague pit, a somber testament to history. In the fields of Lincolnshire, England, what began as an ordinary day for a farmer turned into a direct journey into one of the darkest chapters of European history. While working near the ruins of the historic Thornton Abbey, the farmer uncovered a mass grave containing the remains of 48 individuals, including 27 children. This pit, dating back to the mid-14th century, coincides with the arrival of the Black Death, a pandemic that swept through Europe between 1347 and 1351, claiming the lives of 30% to 60% of the population. The bodies, carefully arranged in overlapping rows, bear witness to how rural communities grappled with the overwhelming number of deaths. The proximity of the grave to Thornton Abbey, a religious and medical center at the time, suggests it may have served as a refuge for the sick and dying. Forensic analyses of the remains confirmed the presence of Yersinia pestis, the bacterium responsible for the Black Death, providing direct evidence of how the pandemic affected even the most remote areas of England. What makes this discovery particularly significant is the evidence of efforts to maintain respectful burial practices despite the scale of the tragedy. Investigations also revealed insights into the victims' diet, general health, and living conditions, offering a broader understanding of how the plague devastated not just cities, but rural communities as well. The discovery of this medieval plague pit is not only a stark reminder of the devastating effects of pandemics, but also a testament to the resilience and humanity of those who faced the unimaginable. Through these remains, we gain a deeper understanding of how past societies coped with global crises that reshaped history. Number 2. The Colombian mammoth of Texas, a giant of the Ice Age. In 2015, Wayne McCann, a farmer in Texas, stumbled upon something he never imagined while performing a routine task on his ranch in Ellis County. As he dug into a 56-hectare field, his tools struck something unusually solid. Initially, McCann thought it was a large rock, but as he unearthed more of the material, he realized he had made a monumental discovery: the nearly complete remains of a Colombian mammoth, one of the most impressive giants of the Ice Age. The skeleton, remarkably well preserved, included massive tusks and an intact skull. These fossils provided a rare opportunity for scientists to study a species that lived between 10,000 and 15,000 years ago. Colombian mammoths were significantly larger than woolly mammoths, standing up to 4 meters tall and weighing up to 10 tons. Unlike their northern relatives, they lacked thick fur, suggesting they were adapted to the warmer climates of North America. Paleontologists studying the skeleton uncovered clues about the behavior and habitat of the mammoth. This individual, which likely died along the banks of a stream, may have been part of a herd roaming the vast Pleistocene prairies in search of grass, fruits, and leaves. Its enormous tusks, which could exceed 4 meters in length, would have been essential tools for digging up food or defending against predators like American lions or saber-toothed cats. Recognizing the significance of his discovery, McCann contacted the Pharaoh Museum of Nature and Science in Dallas. With the assistance of a team of paleontologists, the fossils were carefully excavated and transported to the museum, where they are now on display for the public. This Colombian mammoth represents not only a crucial paleontological find, but also an inspiring glimpse into a bygone era for museum visitors, captivated by the enormity of these ancient creatures. Wayne McCann's discovery highlights how the fields and landscapes we traverse today can hold secrets from the deep past, waiting to be unearthed. This mammoth not only connects Texas to a prehistoric epoch, but also reminds us that even in the most routine tasks, history might lie just beneath our feet. Number 1. 1,000-year-old Viking sword, a link to the Norse past. In May 2024, a routine day of fieldwork in Suldal, Norway, became a historic event for Olaf, a local farmer. While removing stones from the soil to prepare his land for plowing, he noticed something shiny protruding from the earth. Initially, he thought it was just an old, broken tool, but as he cleaned it, he realized he was holding a Viking sword that had been buried for centuries. The sword, measuring about 37 centimeters in length, turned out to be a relic from the Viking Age, dating back to between 900 and 1050 of the Common Era. Although rusted, the blade bore engravings on its surface, catching the attention of Norse history experts. It was soon confirmed that the sword might be an Ulfbert, a legendary Viking weapon. Ulfbert's swords were renowned for their extraordinary quality, forged with steel so pure that their technology surpassed that of their time. The discovery sparked an archaeological frenzy, with researchers combing the area to determine if other artifacts lay hidden. Ulfbert's swords were not just tools of war, they were symbols of power and status, owned by only the wealthiest and most influential Viking leaders. Studies suggested that the sword might have belonged to a Viking chieftain, a warrior who led raids and established settlements in distant lands. This remarkable find added another piece to the Viking Age puzzle, while also connecting Olaf and his community to the rich legacy of their ancestors. Today, the sword is displayed in a local museum, attracting historians and curious visitors eager to learn more about the lives and exploits of the Vikings, whose legacy still echoes across the northern lands. And so, we come to the end of this fascinating journey through the most surprising discoveries made by farmers in various parts of the world. From the depths of the past to the most recent mysteries, these findings remind us of how little we truly know about our own history and the surprises the Earth still holds beneath our feet. Could it be that these events are just the tip of the iceberg? How many more secrets are waiting to be unearthed in the most unexpected corners of the planet? Do you have an incredible discovery in mind that you'd like to share? Perhaps you've heard about recent findings or know of local legends that intrigue you. Tell me about it in the comments, because your contribution could be the spark that inspires our next topic. Also, be sure to explore the rest of the content appearing on your screen, filled with amazing stories and unresolved mysteries. Subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss our next adventure in search of the world's hidden wonders. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, every corner of the Earth has a story waiting to be discovered. See you next time.